Hello students, how are you all? Today we are going to continue with the first chapter. This is your third lecture for this chapter. Today we are going to do adding manure and fertilizers. We are already done with the preparation of soil and sowing. Today we are going to start with this adding manure and fertilizers. Adding manure and fertilizers. The substances which are added to the soil in the form of nutrients for the healthy growth of plants are called manure and fertilizers. You can see here how this man is adding manures in the field. This soil supplies mineral nutrients to the crop plants. These nutrients are essential for the growth of plants. I repeat, soil supplies mineral nutrients to the crop plants. These nutrients are essential for the growth of plants. In certain areas, farmers grow crop after crop in the same field. The field is never left uncultivated or fallen. Means they never leave their field to be empty. Means they always used to do something on some cultivation works they do over there. So continuous cultivations of crops makes the soil poor in nutrients, right? एक के बाद उसमें से सारे nutrients खींचते जा रहे हैं. So what happens? The soil makes when the cultivation of crops is done, the soil it makes the soil very poor, right? So therefore, farmers have to add manure to the fields to replenish the soil with these nutrients. So this process is called as manuring, राइट यानी उसमें जैसे कि उसमें वो न्यूट्रिएंट्स एब्जॉर्ब कर लेता है, दे मीन्स सॉइल पुअर कर देता है न्यूट्रिएंट्स में. देन द फार्मर्स हैव टू ऐड मैन्यूर टू द फील्ड्स टू रिप्लेनिश द सॉइल विथ न्यूट्रिएंट्स, एंड दिस प्रोसेस इज कॉल्ड एज अ मैन्यूरिंग. If you do improper or insufficient manuring, it will result in a weak plants. Here, manure. Manure is an organic substance obtained from the decompositions of plant or animal waste. I repeat, what is manure? Manure is an organic substance obtained from the decompositions of plant or animal waste. Now you will see how the waste of this plant or animals, the decomposition of plant or animals waste, how it is obtained, right? You may know that at your home also, your mama, if you doing some gardening work, your mothers, what they do, they peel all this vegetable skins, right? And what they do, they used to put in a or decompose it and allow, and that waste they pits at open places, and that all decomposes, right? And then it is very good for growing plants, right? Here the farmers also dump plant and animal waste in pits at open places and allow it to decompose, right? Then this decomposition, after putting all this waste, the decomposition is caused by some microorganisms, right? So the decomposed matter is used as a organic manure. We don't have to go out and buy some manures for as to protect your plants, right? We can do at home also. Your onion peels, papaya peels, right? Many other peels are there which we use in a kitchen, right? So that things can be decomposed and we can use for a small gardening, right? So we have already learned this in your previous class. Spreading fertilizers. You can see here, fertilizers are chemicals which rich in a particular nutrient. Okay, here this fertilizers are chemicals which are rich in particular nutrients. Fertilizers are produced in factories. Some examples of fertilizers are urea, ammonium, sulfate, potash, superphosphate, NPK, that is nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. The use of fertilizers has helped farmers to get better yield of crop such as wheat, paddy and maize. But excessive use of fertilizers makes the soil less fertile. Fertilizers have also become a source of water pollution too. So therefore, in order to maintain the fertility of the soil, we have to substitute fertilizer with organic manure or leave the field uncultivated in between two crops. The use of manure improves soil texture as well as its water retaining capacity. It replenishes the soil with nutrients. Difference between fertilizer and manure. Difference between fertilizers and manure. Here you can see fertilizer is a man-made organic salt. It is a man-made inorganic salt. In manure, you can see manure is a natural substance obtained by the decompositions of cattle dung and plant residues. Right? Manure is a natural substance obtained by the decomposition of cattle dung and plant residues. And here fertilizer is a man-made inorganic salt. Then second point, fertilizer is prepared in factories. Fertilizer is prepared in factories, whereas manure can be prepared in the fields. Next, fertilizer does not provide any humus to the soil, whereas manure provides a lot of humus to the soil. I repeat, fertilizer does not provide any humus to the soil, whereas manure provides a lot of humus to the soil. Fertilizers are very rich in plant nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. Whereas manure is relatively less rich in plant nutrients. So this was the differences between the fertilizer and manure. Next, here we are going to start with the advantages of manure. What are the advantages? The organic manure is considered better than fertilizers, right? Why? What are the advantages of manure we are learning, right? So the organic manure which we are using in cultivations is considered better than fertilizers. This is because it enhances the water holding capacity of the soil. You can see here, it enhances the water holding capacity of the soil. It makes the soil porous, due to which exchange of gases becomes easy. See, you can see the bubbles. What is this all? It is making the soil porous, due to which the exchange of gases becomes very easy. It increases the number of friendly microbes. It will increase number of friendly microbes. This is, you have seen the microbes. In rainy season, you will see earthworm, right? We have seen this in the first slides also. Earthworm and microbes are friendly they are friend for the farmers, right? Farmers के अच्छे friends होते हैं ना. So here it will improve the texture of the soil, right? So it will improve the texture of the soil. So students, today we learned about the adding manure and fertilizers, how this manure and fertilizers are useful. Using excess of fertilizer is also harmful, and using this manure only is very good, and it having some advantage also, right? How this substance are added to the soil in the form of nutrients for the healthy growth, and that is what we called as a manure and fertilizers, right? Here these are the manures. You can see the picture of this. That is, manure is an organic substance that I told you before also. It is obtained from where? It is obtained from the decomposition of plant or animal waste. How they used to do this? How the farmers used to do this? What they do? Farmers dump the plant and animal waste in pits at open places and allow it to decompose. So the decomposition is caused by what they do? By some microorganisms. So the decomposed matter is used as a organic manure, isn't it? So here this farmer is spreading fertilizers. So fertilizers are what? They are chemicals. Fertilizers are chemicals which are rich in particular nutrients. What are the what you say? They are rich in nutrients. Can you tell me? The fertilizers are produced where they produce? They are produced in factories. So the examples of fertilizers, I show you the example, that is urea, ammonium, sulfate, potash, then superphosphate, NPK. What is NPK? NPK is nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. So the use of these fertilizers has helped farmers to get better yield of crop. Right? What was the yield? That is paddy, wheat, and maize. But excessive use of fertilizers makes soil what? It will make the soil less fertile. Yes, it will make the soil less fertile, and even it will become a source of water pollution also. So therefore, in order to maintain this fertility of the soil, what we have to do? We have to substitute these fertilizers with what? Yes, with organic manure, or leave the field uncultivated in between two crops. So we learned the differences also. What are the differences between the fertilizers and manure? Fertilizer is a man-made inorganic salt, whereas manure is a natural substance obtained by the decomposition of cattle dung and plant residues. Then fertilizers is prepared in factories, whereas manure can be prepared in the fields. Next, fertilizer does not provide any humus to the soil, whereas manure provides a lot of humus to the soil. Fertilizers are very rich in plant nutrients. What are they? They are nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, whereas manure is relatively less rich in plant nutrients. Then we learn advantages of manure. The organic manure which is considered here, that will yield you, that is better than your fertilizers. Why? This is because it enhances the water holding capacity of the soil. Right? It will enhance the water holding capacity of the soil. Then it makes the soil porous. Why? Due to which the exchange of the gases becomes easy. Then it increases the number of friendly microbes. Right? They will increase the number of friendly microbes. Then it improves the texture of the soil. You can see how the soil texture is there and how this plant is growing so nicely. So students, today we will do this much only. We will learn our next topic, that is irrigation, in our next section. Till then, take care. Thank you.